I think the last time I cried was about 12 years ago when my grandmother died. I just think this is overdone. We just moved from an incredibly stoic generation, say the World War II generation, who were literally sacrificing their lives for their country, but weren't crying all the time, to an era now.
No, wait, why are you associating what I'm saying with crying all the time or being weak?
You're the one who mentioned crying, so let me just explain what I'm talking about. I don't think it suits anybody to encourage a society to constantly be over-emotional either.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying you should suppress emotions, and if you feel emotions about something, I'm all for it. I can get emotional with the best of them, normally about my football team, but I don't spend all my time blubbing like a baby. And my argument with
Who said that?
well, hang on, I'm going to finish my point. I think that if you look at the woke world generally, there seems to be a premium on over-emoting and not enough of a premium, in my view, of stiff upper lip, pull yourself together and crack on. Because let me tell you, there are two things you want to worry about in life, really worry about. I say this to my kids: dying and getting a terminal illness. Outside of those two things, everything is surmountable. You can overcome anything.
What about if your partner cheats on you?
But what you've got, yeah,
like,
even that.
Sense? Okay, so there are plenty of examples we can give where people are going to have like legitimate circumstances to cry or be sad. But like I'm asking you, like in the circumstance, give us specific what you're referencing in terms of these woke liberals of how they're being too overly emotional.
Well, you're talking to me about why you want people to be more emotional. I'm telling you, I don't think that's necessarily
I want them to express
a
it
good
in
thing.
positive manners, like go to therapy, like how I told you.
Yeah, but I think we're over-therapied. Everyone I know over here goes to therapy.
You haven't gone to therapy at all. How are you over-therapy?
Why don't you come and talk to me if you want to talk to somebody? I'll soon sort you out.
Wait, I can talk to my therapist and we can actually engage in positive reconstruction of how I address things. Yes, actually, it's been very helpful for my mental health and my emotional health to be able to talk them through, to be able to like, what can I do to like make myself feel better in these circumstances? Am I being genuinely like real here? Like, or am I being a little bit too overly emotional in circumstances? It's totally a question I ask my therapist all the time. Yeah, so if you want to talk about being overly emotional, how to address being overly emotional, how about you just start with therapy? What's your solution? What's your solution?
Calm down.
I'm calm. I'm totally calm. Wait, do you think me talking fast is not being like calm?
I just think you don't want me to get a word in, right? And
I wanted to finish my statement.
Right. I just think people go to therapy too much. Sorry, I do. You may not like to hear it, because I just think going and talking to some stranger about all your problems all the time, get a grip.
It's not all the time. It's every once in a while you go and talk about your problems specifically so you can address them. Do you not talk about your problems ever with anyone?
I look at Parker.
This is the problem I talked about.
Stop talking. I look at you and I see somebody who's confident, you're a good talker, you're obviously intelligent, you've obviously got a lot going for you. Stop spending all this money going to see some stranger to go over everything in agonizing detail.
It's not that much money to be able to go every once in a while to go see a therapist for me specifically in my life.
I've never been to one in my life.
It's not much money for you. You could easily go with the money that you make and go talk to a therapist.
I've no need to go to a therapist.
I understand you don't want to. Everyone says that specifically before going into it. I said the same thing. But I'm telling you, you can actually address your emotions in a positive way.
Parker, here's what I'd rather do. I would rather, honestly, have groups of people like you in the woke world, right, who clearly are struggling with regular life, right?
I'm not struggling with regular life.
Everything's a calamity. Everything's a problem. Has to be overanalyzed, over-dissected, over-therapized. And I just think you've all got to be given the mental tools to deal with ordinary life. Ordinary life.
We already have them. I actually have gone to therapy to do that.
Ordinary life. Yeah, but without going to therapy all the time.
Wait, what's your solution? What's your solution?